What's happening, CB Radio Show and Tell? If you're seeing this, it's me, and I'm at 3 o'clock in the morning right now at the gym, and I just got here from a ice storm. So I had a lot of thinking to do today. Today was a special day for me, probably something that I don't know if I ever want to experience again. I had a lot of soul searching to do. Last night, I posted a video about deleting and archiving CB Radio Show and Tell. I did that, and in doing that, in one day, I had over 1,000 views. Let me get this camera straight. I had over 1,000 views. Come on, stay there, camera. Don't keep moving on me. All right, I had over 1,000 views on that video. I had 1,800 and I don't even know how many messages on my cell phone, on my messenger. So this got me to doing a lot of soul searching. For a lot of you that don't know me, my mom is the most special person in the world. I seen my mom go through some stuff. She ran a business that was beautiful. I showed you guys pictures and stuff in the past, and catered. Everything was family orientated. We did everything for these customers, and I always wanted this group to be family orientated, and I've said it 1,000 times. This is why when I see the fighting and the bickering and the badgering and all that, I don't want any part of that. I had made notes again because I'm in an ice storm and there's no hurry for me to get home, and I got time. I'm going to skip the workout and spend time with you guys. So I let my wife watch the video, and I watched my parents. They watched the video. My mom said it was a great video. It was a nice way to go out. I agreed. I thought it was good. My wife, when I watched her watch it, she says, "Oh my God, I want to cry because I know how much work you put into this CB Radio Show and Tell thing." And I said, "Well, don't worry about it. You know, it's just the way life is. Things change." So after a day, I get all these. So if you wrote me on my messenger, thank you for writing me. If I didn't get back to you, it's because I got hammered, absolutely hammered. I counted today when I was at work on my lunch break. 1,893 people took the time out of their day to write me, and I never read one bad comment. I couldn't read them all. I never read one bad comment about CB Radio Show and Tell. And I've made some mistakes in the past, and there's some people that I know are probably not happy with some of the stuff that I did on CB Radio Show and Tell, but man, you can't please everybody. Over and over again, I'm gonna go through some of my notes here. It says, apparently CB Radio Show and Tell is a special place. I got it now. 1,893 people in one day. Yeah, it's pretty important to the CB radio world and to people that enjoy the group. I read comments from people saying that they weren't even into CB radio, but they watched it for our videos on the thing. That was outstanding. I can't believe that you take the time out of your day to watch me and my son. Everybody had positive things to say and thanked me over and over again. All the administrators and stuff, they took care of this group while I was working 80 plus hours a week. I can't thank them enough. So what do I do when all is good and now all the good outweighs the bad? Now before I was telling you guys, it felt like the bad was outweighing the good. After seeing this in one day, it shows me pretty well apparently that the good has outweighed the bad by a large margin. I never would have expected this type of response to the group and the love for this group. I never in a million years. When I first started this thing, I'll share a funny fact with you. A guy told me that I'd be lucky if I got 500 people to join this group. And I was like, well, whatever happens. It's kind of just the way it was something for me to do. All right, I'll put my full effort into it. We'll see where it goes. Went pretty far. All right, many of you know the family-friendly rule. Act proper, be kind, and you will be or you will be kicked out of the group. No administrators will be blocked. You will be removed, and there's no exceptions to that. So in other words, if you have an administrator in my group blocked, you'll be moved out. So this leads me to where I'm going with this. I'm going to bring it back up. I'm going to put it back out there. I'm going to let CB Radio Show and Tell go. I'm going to run it still with the administrators. We're going to add some moderators. We're going to try to do our best to keep this the classiest, most fun CB Radio Show and Tell thing that we could possibly do. Now, do I want to take anything away from any other groups? Not at all. I wish you guys all the success. It's not going to be easy. It's very hard. Anybody that knows this will tell you. You can ask Ben Rolling, you can ask Jimmy Fiedler, you can ask Patty Heath, you can ask anybody that's been in this game for a while, and they'll tell you it's very hard because you can't control the people that are in this atmosphere where they want to behave. There's groups that have things that are acceptable and things that are not acceptable, and we try to keep this so it's family friendly. All right, this is where the members come into play. I need you all, the members, to help me keep this group safe and monitor its activity. This means it's not just up to the administrators to kind of keep the people in check. It's if you see somebody fighting in the group, just tell them it's not acceptable here. This is a fun place. And if that's the thing, they don't want to be nice, they can go elsewhere. All right, so I'm reopening the group in hopes this time the people will see the treasure that CB Radio Show and Tell apparently is, because I do 2,000 almost people in one day is nuts. We want you all here with us. I do want you all here with us. We've got 99 countries in this group, CB Radio Show and Tell. That's all we want is the nice people. We don't want the drama and the chaos, and we don't want any of that. Me and my kid do everything we can to try to make this entertaining for you guys. I was all about just rolling the YouTube thing, and if it's something for me and the kid to do, that would have been fine. But, I'm doing it this way. All right, I was told by many people I should just delete the people that act up. You know what? Me and the administrators that were in the group, we got together today and we kind of came along the same boat as that. If you act up in this group, fighting in something improper or something uncivil, you're gone. We're just not going to play with this anymore. It's too much of a treasure to have the bad apples spoil it. And over and over again, I've heard people say me in that comments on those messages, why don't you just delete all the bad people? If I do that and they're gone, realize if you come into this group and you act up now, it's a one and done. You're just not going to be back. By the way, okay, let me see here. By the way, I have two people in this group that do not see eye to eye. And one's Ben and one's Jimmy. And they're both outstanding dudes. I get along with both of them. Awesome guys, both of them. They just don't get along. So I would hope that they put the differences away from that and keep that out of this group, just like any of you guys out here. Let's say there's a guy that you don't get along with, but he's in our group. We want you to stay here, but not, don't bring the drama into our group. Keep it out. Just enjoy this group for the hobby it is. I'm going to try this again. I'm going to trust in you, the members of this group, to help us keep this safe. I want you to have this as a fun, happy, classy place. I want this to be the big premier thing that it was. It still is. I just want you guys to know that this is going to be safe, even if we have to delete all the bad apples. We got to keep it clean for the kids that are going to come into this hobby, because we've got things, me and my kid have things planned to get the younger generation interested in this, as well as you guys should. But one thing I heard over and over again was just delete the bad people. So that's what we're going to do. So let me see if I got anything. Let me see if I missed anything. You already know about how I feel about my mom and my family. You guys know this is my family. I have my kid in here with me, and I expect you guys to act as if you had your kid in here. And if you don't have a kid, pretend you have a kid and be nice. This is a special place, obviously. I'm going to put the notes down because I've said all that. I think after seeing how happy this made me for the first 3-4 years of it, and this last year where I let it get to me, I think it's time to weed out the bad apples, and that's just what's going to have to happen here. I guess, I love the CB hobby. All these guys tell me, Jerry, you're taking it away from all the good people. Well, I didn't think the good people were going to voice up on this. I really didn't expect, the outpouring of love for this group. Really, who would have thought in one day I would see almost 1,900 thank yous, and we're going to miss this. And I had people telling me, oh my God, this is like the one thing I just checked for. And I'm like, I feel awful. So I'm here at the gym at 3 o'clock in the morning. It's 3:10 in an ice storm, and I'm going to push the fire button to start this thing back up. And whether you're Ben, and whether you're Jimmy, whether you're Patty, Mario, anybody in this group, if you've got differences with somebody, I don't care about the differences that people have with each other. Just try to get along. That's all we care about is the hobby. We want to save this hobby. If you're any part of a radio operator, you're going to understand where I'm coming from on this. I look at this, and you all look at this the same way. In 1970, our hobby was up here. 1980, our hobby was up here. 1990, it started to dwindle, and when the internet came out, it crushed this hobby. And the only way to save this hobby is to give it good notoriety and good exposure. If fighting and bickering is going on in here, what's going to make it where people want to see this? I was talking with my parents 2 days ago when I was telling them, I'm just done with this. And I'll never forget my mom saying, "Are you sure you want to do it? You're going to miss it." And she was right. She's probably the most right of anybody because she's been through this before with her business. I miss it. One day, I missed it, but you guys all throw all this love at me like, "Hey, come on, we really loved it." And this, man, how hard is it to turn down 1,900 people? I've never, ever experienced anything like that in my life. 1,900 of you took a time out of your day to reach out and talk to me. So the least I can do is talk to you back, flip the light switch back on. I guess it's like the Blues Brothers, one of my favorite movies of all time. I'm trying to put the band back together, and I'm wishing the band to come back with me. So grab your car keys and let's rock. CB Radio Show and Tell. We're going to start it back up at 3:15 a.m., and I'm going to throw this video up on the top, and I hope you guys take the time to listen to what I got to say. And I'm going to pop the video off of YouTube that said I got rid of it, and I'm going to fling this video back up on YouTube, and I'm going to welcome you all back with open arms. And we pray that this, you know what my mom said to me? It's funny I even think of that. My mom said to me, when I go to heaven, which we all pray we go to heaven, when God sees me and he says, "Hey, did you make people happy?" And I'll say, "Yeah, I probably made some people mad along the way too, but, I hope I made a lot of you guys happy." That's a deep thought when you think about it. It's really deep, because I'm sure there's some people that aren't too thrilled with me, and if you're mad at me, I apologize. But if I'm making you happy and giving you any kind of entertainment, I know this is 12 minutes of me rambling on. Thank you for being here with me. Thanks for making this time special. We got more to come. I guess I'm going to be pushing it back into overdrive. Thank you guys all for taking the time out of your day to be here with me at CB Radio Show and Tell. Be cool, my brothers. We'll catch you on the flip side.